So what is the status? Well, the status is that we're all cooked. I'm late to the party, but for those of you who don't know, still don't know somehow, this right here is what's the status. And today, I've been waiting for this to happen, not like praying like Drew McIntyre, but assuming that this was going to happen, and it happened. He got permanently banned online, meaning not only can he not upload anything to the community creations, not only everything that he uploaded until now is completely gone forever. He cannot play online, he cannot do anything online on WWE 2K. If you read the fine print, so to speak, 2K says it is a violation of their end user license agreement that has, forced them to make this decision and get what's the status out of here. But they've been aware. 500% they've been aware. WWE 2K devs knew who the status was. I think in one of the updates, as a matter of fact, they did like, oh, not this time status. That might have been for AEW as well, a Fight Forever. If you're someone who's been playing WWE games for more than, say, 2 years, 3 years, I think you could have predicted this coming as well, right? Because it's one of those situations that even a blind man can see. It's gonna end in heartbreak. Now, like I said, I am late to the party, and the only reason I'm making this video, usually I just move on to the next thing, is because I think as many people talking about this, that's gonna be the best thing. So, I mean, as you can see, it is trending in Canada right now. 14K posts, almost 15, is insane to me. Hashtag free status. Wow. I was watching Shogun today. Great series, by the way. Best in 2024. Totally recommend it. It takes place in old feudal Japan. And, well, if you're familiar with the term seppuku, I think this is what WWE 2K has done today. Like, this is the worst way they could have done it. They just outright made this man a martyr. But looking at it from their perspective, it had to be done. Now, I want to tell you who reacted to this, how many people, and how did they react. But before I do that, I just want to give you a little bit more information about what's the status has been doing. I think he exploded when WWE 2K22 came out. I'm sure he has been active before that, but I really started hearing his name with 2K22 because, well, the community creations went cross-platform, right? So that if you're on PC, you can download what he created. Xbox, you can download what he created. Well, otherwise, like we actually had very separate, kind of like nations, different countries. Xbox was like its own community. PlayStation was its own community on community creations. And so that cross-platform thing really, I think, helped not only just what's the status, but many other prominent creators just take off really and become more popular than ever. And I think like when it comes to community creations, GOATs, what's the status might be number one because he was, first of all, very quick with everything. And what did he do? Updated everything, man. He basically, for free, did a 10 times better job than 2K has ever done when we're giving them like $60, $70, $80 for a minuscule amount of upgrades. Like whenever a new title comes out, a new hairstyle comes out for, like a wrestler changes up his beard. A female wrestler comes up with a different attire or a different hair. What's his status was most likely there. The Rock, updating his or renewing his tattoo. What's the status was right there. And he gave us that update that 2K didn't. And it's not like 2K doesn't have the money to license Rock's a tattoo so they can get it in the game. That's not the case at all. Man, they could get Muhammad Ali in the game. So you can damn sure. Oh man, I'm gonna get pissed in this video, I can tell. You can damn sure get the Rock's tattoo like it's nothing, but they don't do it. Even in 2024, right? In quotations, Rock, we have the old Brahma Bull tattoo, the small one. But what's the status? Is there updating the game with not only existing wrestlers, but as you can see, this is Saraya currently in AEW. Like I said, he was just a GOAT. I think everyone knows, right? Everyone knows, but just in case, again, if there's someone who doesn't, this guy was just like a diamond in the community, giving us stuff for free. For free! Keeping the game alive, doing 2K's job instead of 2K themselves. They should be kind of ashamed that they're in that situation in the first place, but that's just me. In moments like this, I thank God sometimes that, I do other type of content. Like, I'm very happy that my Dragon's Dogma 2 content is doing well because that means I can diversify and I can talk about wrestling too. Thank you guys for watching my Code Rose video. Like, that's amazing. 20K views nearly of me just talking about wrestling. That is insane to me. So I really appreciate that because otherwise, my other most successful content is V2K games, and I love them to death. I've been playing them ever since I was a kid. And as you can see, right away, I updated Austin Theory with the newest title immediately. Now, this guy is the GOAT. But what I want to say is that because you guys support my other type of content, you guys watch the other stuff I do, and I don't have to just rely on WWE 2K to survive on YouTube. That means that I get to call out BS like this. That means I get to speak my mind and tell you guys the truth instead of sugarcoating it, instead of, you know what I mean, hiding it, just so I can be that next playmaker and get the bag and get invited and do the interviews, which no disrespect to anybody who does that. You know what I mean? That could have been me too. That could have been you too. Like if you're a YouTuber watching this, or if you want to be a YouTuber in the future and want to do that, that's completely fine. That's your decision. Just me personally, you know, nah, that's just not me. And yeah, I mean, I haven't said it outright, but let me, I guess, say it right now. It's bullshit. This is bullshit right here. I've been telling you guys, oh, that's cool. He had JoJo in there. Oh my God, I might make this into like a full series. Anyhow, but this is BS because this is anti-us, anti-consumer. I mean, insane. Look at the creations he had. And, you know, what's their, I guess, pretext? Some people are defending 2K for this, which is like beyond me. They're literally like picking you, right? They're literally hitting you with a hammer and you're defending them, right? Like they're damaging you right now. They are anti you and you're somehow defending 2K as a company. I will never understand it. I will never understand it. Some people are blind, man. But yeah, this is 100% anti-us. This is 100% non-beneficial to us and it's completely beneficial to 2K because they want to push that MyFaction. They want to push more DLCs, more microtransactions. They want to turn MyFaction into NBA 2K My Team. I mean, just look at what they are doing with NBA 2K. It's a mess. It's like a wasteland. Like, yeah, it is absolutely horrible. Those games are unplayable. FIFA is unplayable. I've been saying this for a while, but even with all the problems we have with the 2K games, we've had it good. Boys, we've been eating well, but I think that's slowly going to come to an end. Look at this Bobby Roode creation too. I mean, I love it. Old school TNA style with the long hair. This is the mod that he's doing. Stuff that we should be able to do regardless, right? Change up the guy's hair. Why not change up the guy's beard? Because 2K, you certainly are not going to do it. And even by some miracle, if you did it, you're probably going to charge us for like the color red. $5, right? If you want to change the tire. I think that's the road you're going to go in instead of giving us actual value for our money. So, boys, look, I'm telling you what I see, and I think we can all agree that this is a turning point, right? 2K24, I think will be fine, but 2K25, I expect them to push things even further. 26, 27. We are going to that NBA 2K My Rise, no, not My Rise, but My Team mode. We are. I've been warning against this ever since WWE 2K17 or 18, and it was even easy to see that something like this was going to happen even before those games. And I'm actually surprised that it's taking 2K this long to go ahead and get, you know, petty like this. And look, this might seem like a pipe dream and might seem insane to some of you, but I think for others, this is going to make a lot of sense and you're going to agree with me when I say, don't be surprised in just a couple of games, maybe when they go to PS5 exclusivity or not just PS5, but like next gen exclusivity, right? They drop everything else. They say, okay, we're getting on to a new engine. That means we're going to have to take some of the features out. And unfortunately, one of those features are the community creation. So yeah, rest in peace. Do you think that's unlikely to happen? I think it's way more likely that something like that is going to happen than not. All I can say is from a creator standpoint, I'm sad that they banned What's the Status, a guy that has given so much to the community. And I'm sad for my fellow WWE 2K YouTubers who they have to rely on this game like every year for years to be able to go ahead and produce content. And yeah, this is the treatment they're gonna get. So I don't know. I'm honestly a little surprised. I did not know I was this filled up about this subject right now. Like I can speak about this for an entire hour. But let's look at what other people reacted, you know, and how did they react. I see Crossman here. He has a pretty visceral reaction, doesn't he?
WWE 2K24, yes, it has good gameplay, great gameplay, but universe mode, wank. My career, my rise, wank.
Man, I love the British accent. I really do. Again, another shout out to Crossman. Let's move on. There you go. Great point. He has been a leader. Whether you like it or not, he's been on the main stage when it comes to community creations and 2K games in general, right? He's a figure that people, you know, listen to. And I don't know what the 2K PR team was thinking, but really, you could have just reached out to him, talked to him, to resolve this in a better way. But when you look at 2K overall as a company, their parent company fires like 500, 600 people without notice. So, you know, you can't expect these people to act in a more ethical way because of the game field they're playing in. Here's my boy, Just Brian. Looks like he's going to drop a video on this whole thing. You make sure to go to his channel and check that out. And I think you guys would have been mad if I forgot to mention this. So I'm glad for Mr. Rex here to talk about it. Let me get this shit straight. Naked women on community creations is fine. But what's the status did is ban worthy. F that, free that man, yep. Now I won't be able to show you the pictures, but the stuff I've seen from my own experience, just going around, looking at the community creations, and then the stuff I've seen on Twitter, it is absolutely insane. Like, we're not just talking about porn or, not safe for work images. We're talking deep web type of shit. Like, illegal. Yes, like that bad. Again, instead of banning that, they're banning one of the most beneficial creators for their entire game. A person that they should be hiring, that they should be paying money to. Say what you want about Bethesda, because they're no saints either, but they're smart enough to hire people, hire their modders to their teams. Valve, one of the biggest game companies of all time. You know why they're the biggest? Because they're smart. And again, they hired modders. Valve has been known to do that. AKA, they rewarded their people that has worked so hard for their community. Because not only is it smart, but it's also it's smart because you get the best of both worlds. You get a very devoted employee, and this employee also knows what he's doing. He's good at what he's doing. It's a plus, it's a win-win for literally everybody. You gain goodwill, but instead, he's like, nope, boom, headshot. So going back to what Rex has said, for them to be able to, filter out those bad images, all the crazy stuff in the community creations, they would need to fix their game. We all know that they're not going to do that. They're already working on 2K25, which they're going to sell for, again, a whole lot of money. And unfortunately, we as wrestling fans, we don't have too many alternatives. So we just have to take it. Or we could talk about it, we can push back like we're doing right now. More so than now we could vote with our wallets. And that's really the only way this situation can get better. THQ Games, Ukes, WWE 2K, they've been criticized endless amount of times. The only time they had to go for a change was after WWE 2K20 because that game was a failure, financial failure. So I'm not telling you what to do with your money, because guess what? When 2K25 comes out, I'm most likely buying that. And of course, this is something that you already know, right? All the things that I've said, but still, it's good food for thought. Here's Walt with this amazing, I think, iconic image right here. He's another, creator on community creations, creating so many amazing tires. And yeah, he created this image. So shouts out to my man. Man, as I'm scrolling down, there are so many crazy screenshots from the community creations that I just cannot show you on YouTube. It's absolutely insane. But yeah, I don't know what's the status guy, but here's something more interesting. These guys just do the Supercard news and all that. They're not a 2K24 channel or a page. Look at it. Even they voice their opinions. It's great to see the community coming together for something that's very much justified, and that's very much positive for all of us. Here's Problem Barbie saying trending more than your game, but I think the only reason that 2K24 is trending right now is because of status as well. Otherwise, why would 2K24 trend? That's the gist of the situation. I just want to put my voice out there to amplify everything that's being said. I do hope this does end up in something positive. We do get what's the status back. I highly doubt it, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't try. So let 2K know what you think about them down in the comment sections. Go on Twitter, go on other creators. Hell, make your own posts and creations and tell people about this. Because the more people hear about it, more shameful it's going to be for 2K. And maybe then they might take a step back. But yeah, like I said, get used to a lot more MyFaction. It's rough.